Here we are with statistics, surveys, and samples. The idea here is you're given a situation and you're asked to build a survey, which will give you a representative sample. A representative sample means that you have gone out and talked to a group of people and you have received information, you've received an opinion, and you think that that opinion is something that would be true of the bigger group. So the idea behind surveying is you can't talk to everyone. And so you sample. You can't talk, if you were at Redwood, you can't talk to 1,000 students. So you try to make sure you pick 50 students that represent the school as a whole. 7th grade, 8th grade, 6th grade, boys and girls, students who like soccer, students who have million-word reading lists in the library, a broad sample of people. So with that in mind, here's our situation. Mr. Smith is conducting a survey about creating a dog park. He's come up with 4 different ways to conduct the survey. Circle the methods that would produce a representative sample, which means circle the methods that would give you an opinion that you think could be true of the bigger group. So A is a good survey. A gives you random data, and that's what you are looking for in a survey. You want the data to be random. You're circling every third house in the neighborhood. That's who you're surveying. So that's a lot of houses. The neighborhood might have, 10 streets, 12 streets. Each street might have 20 houses on it. So that's a lot of houses. If you look at B, B is not a good survey. Every house that has a dog, there's a real bias there. You're talking to only dog owners about a dog park. They are biased in favor of the park by the fact that they're owners. That's not random. Survey each house on his street. Again, there's a problem with that survey. Not enough data, so you only have the houses on his street, and possibly a bias toward Mr. Smith. So Mr. Smith has already been talking to his neighbors about, wow, there should be a dog park. That creates a bias. So between that and the fact that there's not enough data just getting the houses on his street in the neighborhood, and they all live in that closed area, that's not a good sample. The last one is a good sample. 5 random houses on each street. That is very random. Lots of data. That would provide a good survey. So anytime you're looking at representative samples, you're asking yourself, will this group of people, will these people I survey, will they represent the whole? If you want to know if people like circuses and all you do is interview clowns, you probably don't have a good survey. But if you want to know if people like circuses and you go to Safeway and you ask 100 different people who aren't wearing clown suits, that's probably a good survey. So just think random and think representative sample. Okay? So watch this over, compare it with your test. If you had A and D on your test but you didn't explain why, make sure the next time around you justify your answers. Okay? Any questions? Bring them to class.